Hey there. So I decided to jump in and do this 10 pandemic questions. Um, I watched Zule over at Little Beans Garden, and she encouraged whoever wanted to do this to do it. So I decided that it might be a good opportunity for you to get to know me a little bit better by doing this. So first of all, I just want to say also that I've never officially introduced myself on this channel. So my name is Andrea, and I am Catholic. That's why I name myself a Catholic gardener. It's a big part of my life. I'm married, and we've been married for 12 years, going on 13 this year, this August. And we have, as we always say, two little babies in heaven, and we have one little miracle boy that we get to take care of here, and he's 8. So also we have 2 dachshunds. Here's one with me right now. This is our new puppy Pippin. He's been a little ornery lately. Um, but anyway, so let me go ahead and get down to the questions. I thought they were kind of fun, and I love listening to everybody's answers. So, okay, number 1 is, how many rolls of TP do you have? I didn't count, but really I think we have around probably 12 to 15. We actually haven't had a big problem with the toilet paper, thankfully. I mean, before everything started getting shut down, we had already had bought a couple packages of toilet paper because they were on sale at the store. So my husband decided to get 2 instead of 1, and so we actually were okay. And then that's lasted us until things have started to stock back up. So that hasn't been an issue for us really. So number 2 is, what has been my biggest change since the lockdown? That's a really good question. I would say the biggest change would probably be, for my part-time job, I don't get to meet with my clients in person, so we have to do it over Zoom or Skype, over virtually, doing it over the phone. So that's been the biggest change, and I'm really missing my clients a lot. So I'm hoping that things will start opening up soon when things are safe, and then I can see them again. Question number 3 would be, what am I most grateful for? The thing that I'm most grateful for is, well, I guess there's a couple things. I'm really grateful that we're very healthy so far. None of us have gotten sick, and none of our family has gotten sick. Now, we have had a couple at our church who actually have the coronavirus, and they've recovered, thankfully, and they're a little bit older, so I'm very thankful that they made it out okay. One did end up on a ventilator, and he did get better, so thank God for that. But I would say that I'm also very thankful that my husband is still able to do his job. He normally meets with his clients in person. He sells life insurance, and so he's had to do everything virtually. But thankfully, people have still been willing to meet with him and take care of their insurance needs over the phone, which has been very wonderful. So we're really, really thankful for that. Okay, so question number, what are we on? Number 4. So, what have I gone without lately? Well, I would say I've had to go without going to church, and that's been hard for me because I really love going to Mass, even during the week sometimes, during not just on Sundays, but daily Mass. So I've been going without that, and so I would say I've been going without the Eucharist, which if any other fellow Catholics out there, you know what I mean, and you know how hard that is. So I've been going without the sacraments, and that's been hard, but at the same time I feel like, the Lord is really making us strong right now, and so I definitely feel His presence there. Okay, so question number 5. What do I miss the most? Well, that's kind of just like the last question. I would say the thing I miss the most is Mass and receiving the Eucharist. I miss it very much because it's very much a big part of my life, And I remember the first couple Sundays where we had to watch Mass virtually, I was very emotional because as a Catholic, it's not just going and listening to the Word. We're listening to the Word, but we're also receiving our Lord, His body and blood in the Eucharist. And I think that's what makes it the hardest, is being that close to Jesus. I know we can be close to Jesus in many other ways, but that's one way that we're not close to Him right now, and it's hurtful for me. So I know I trust God, I trust Jesus. I know there will become a time where we'll get to do it again, but and they have opened up masses. My family and I have decided for at least a couple more weeks that we are probably not going to go back yet. We're not fearful necessarily, it's just we're trying to be prudent about not spreading it to others by accidentally spreading it, because we go to the grocery store and whatnot. But then also we don't want to get it either. We can't really at this time afford to be sick, and I do not want to see my son suffering through this virus. So that's another big reason. So anyway, next question would be, when was the last time I was at a campsite? This is question number 6. The last time I was at a campsite, it's been way too long. I've been begging my husband to take us camping. But the last time we were at a campsite was with my dad, and this had to have been at least, you know what? My son wasn't even born yet. So this would have been over 8 years ago. And we went to Elk River, which is in Missouri, and it's one of my dad's favorite places. And we went camping with him and his wife at the time, and my brother, and we had such a good time. But that was the last time I went. So it's been way too long, and we definitely need to go camping again. And my son needs to experience it because I know he'll love it. Okay, so next question. Question number 7 is, what is my fave quarantine food? Well, gosh, I have been obsessed with chips and salsa lately, and I love chips and salsa anyway, but lately I've been craving it so much. So I try to make some. I was really sad my favorite place that carries my favorite salsa was shut down for most of this time, and they just opened back up. But they sell this salsa that's called, what's it called? It's like, something to do with ghost or something like that, because I think they use ghost peppers in their salsa, and it's really hot. Like, my body is mad at me the next day after eating it, but it's all worth it because it just tastes so amazing. Anyway, so that's my favorite quarantine food. Number 8, how am I exercising or working out? I am not. No, the most exercising I've been doing is doing stuff around the garden, which actually I feel like is a pretty good exercise, because when you're planting veggies, you're like squatting down, so you're doing your squats, you're digging stuff, you're using your arms. So I kind of feel like my arms got a good workout just doing gardening. But before this, I was going to the Y and cycling. I do like doing cycle class, and I was trying to be a little bit more fit, be a little bit more healthy, because unfortunately my dad did die from heart disease, and it runs in my family on both sides, and so I've really got to be careful, and I have to take care of myself. So eating healthy, this is why I love growing a garden. So eating healthy and exercising regularly. But when things start opening up and it's safe, and I feel like it's safe, then I'm sure I'll go back to cycling and working out. And I love to swim too. Okay, so number 9, what has been my pandemic panic purchase? We've only had one, really, maybe 2, but one. Okay, so in my area there's no hand sanitizer. I'm sure it's like that everywhere. There was one instance where there was a lady at church who put a post on Facebook saying that there was some hand sanitizer at our local grocery store, and she was like, get there fast because there's like so many bottles left or whatever. So it was so funny. I had my husband run over there and get just at least one bottle of hand sanitizer. And he did that, and they were gone within like a couple hours after that. So it was kind of crazy. So that, I would say that would be our main panic purchase. But then the only other thing I would say is, like, if there's meat at the store and we happen to be there, we get it, because meat has been very limited here, especially chicken. I don't know. It was beef and then it was chicken. Yeah. So number 10 is, what 5 channels will I tag? Now, this is an issue for me. I don't have a whole lot of subscribers, so I'm not really going to tag anyone right now. But if you happen upon this video and you would like to do these questions, I encourage you to do it too, just like Zule did, because I would love to listen to your answers. So please do it if it's not too much to do for you. But I've enjoyed this, and I look forward to everybody's gardens growing big and green and bushy this year, and I hope you get lots of fruit from your work. And I guess stay tuned and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I'm just, been going through my gardening journey, I guess the beginning of it, and I just started about 4 years ago, and so I'm still learning every day, every year, trying to grow from my mistakes, and we all make mistakes in gardening, especially to see what works, what doesn't work, especially in your zone. But anyway, I hope you'd enjoyed this, and I hope to hear your answers on the questions. Bye!